Hello and welcome to the show. This conversation is for every woman. I'm serious. Every shape, every size, every dimple, every stretch mark. Our guests today say they are tired of women struggling with negative body images. In fact, my first guest insists everybody is a beach body, and try to clap back, see what happens. Britta Tabor is a body positive influencer, empowerment coach, and a fashionista who helps women 40 and over embrace their bodies and their style. Happy to welcome to the show, Miss Britta Tabor.
Hello, beautiful, and I am happy to be here. Thank you so much.
I am so happy to have you here. I love the fact that your story starts with a little girl who's been curvy your whole life, and you never felt any type of way about it. You've never been, you're like, why are you struggling?
Yeah.
This has been your story your whole life.
Absolutely.
What was different for you and what happened in your family that you felt good in your size and shape the whole time?
I have to be honest with you. It was my parents. They did a phenomenal job instilling in my sister and myself the root of you are the masterpiece. There's only one of you in this entire world. So I need you to own it, to walk in it, no matter what your shape, size, and or color. You are just uniquely you.
Good parenting.
Yes.
Good parenting there. But I also love that this is also what you saw in your family, right?
Yes.
We are the women in our family.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I come from Curvy Queens. So younger.
I love that.
Yeah.
I come from Curvy Queens.
Yeah. Growing up, my grandmother, she saw it coming and she said, okay, we've got to do something about this now and get in front of it. So she put me in my first girdle when I was 8 years old. So it was a matter.
Let's pause right there.
Absolutely.
Because I know, and I have a lot of Latina girlfriends.
Yes.
Who say that is common in Latina culture to put the girls in girdles and shapewear early. But not so much with us. So what was that conversation like?
For me, it wasn't a conversation.
It was
more
put
of
us on.
Absolutely. But coming from the South on the East Coast of the Carolinas, this is what they did. So she put me in it so it would shape and it would mold into the right way younger, because I was also top heavy as well. So I had the long line bras, but that wasn't until teenage years, but they saw the shape coming.
Yeah.
So this is the best time to build a foundation while she's at this age.
Right.
So it was a norm for me.
And you didn't have any, you weren't self-conscious at all, but it was still hard to find clothing for girls at your age, right?
Absolutely.
You were in the women's section. Let's talk about what that was like and fashioning, being a fashionista as a little girl, having to pick from the grown woman section.
My mother, she was a thrifter. So it wasn't a matter of buying off of the racks. So when she thrifted, she always purchased pieces that had a little bit of stretch in it. And she was also a seamstress as well. So she customized what I needed to my body type. I always dressed older because of the pieces that would fit me, but she contoured it and made it work for me.
Yeah. I love your content on social media.
Thank
you are
you.
just so upfront and bold and colorful and just real. And there's always just this sense of like, I could do, like I'm still trying to work up the nerve to wear something with that many colors and patterns. How did you end up taking the personal story that you have and putting up in this social media platform?
It was not something I was trying to do intentionally. As a matter of fact, my little god sister said, hey, I need you to start posting some of your work pictures on social media. Didn't understand why. I said, if you set up the page, I'll do it. She reminded me that there are so many women who are out there, especially in the plus size community, that are not wearing their clothes well and standing in their truth of who they are and whose they are, right?
Amen.
So she said, let me just post a couple of pictures.
Yeah.
What was more important to me is what you're going to put with the picture. The caption has to say something, because it doesn't matter if I help you dress well if we're not doing the work from the inside out.
Right.
So to offer an encouraging word, something empowering, something uplifting, had to match what I was posting. So
and women were moved.
Absolutely.
Right? And we should point out, it's not that it was all full-figured curvy girls were moved. Everyone was moved.
It really is a movement. And what I've learned in my community, when I run into people in the public, why do you follow me? A lot of them are smaller. And they will say to me, there's just something that resonates through the picture, just watching you or the video.
Yeah. That's your energy.
It's contagious.
It's your light.
Absolutely. So it speaks to different sizes. It speaks to the different ages. And if we can get all the generations, I'm a grandmother.
Right.
So the grandmother's going to tell her daughter, there's this lady I want you to follow on social media. I love what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's classy. She's sassy. She doesn't show too much. Then the daughter is going to tell her daughter, So that gets the whole house.
Right. So you didn't have a problem attracting followers and
No.
women of all ages, backgrounds, ethnicities. But I understand there was a problem getting some brands on board. Without naming any names, how did you manage that? And what did they say or what did they not say?
It's what they didn't say. Taking into consideration my age range, the complexion of my skin, and what it is that they really wanted to see on their page. So it was a matter
seasoned chocolate brown was still an issue.
Absolutely. So trying to find space for that. And when they didn't make room for me is when I did the alternate route and started working with boutiques. So it was important to work with people who wanted to work with me.
Yeah.
And from there we built those relationships.
As opposed to trying to find a space at a table where they just go we go set a whole different table.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So it's important to talk about the fact that you are a mother.
I am.
You have a daughter with special needs. You have a lot of other life issues that you're managing and blessings and challenges. How do you manage?
People see things on social media and they naturally assume, oh, this is just the life.
Yeah,
no, I have a full-time job. I'm a full-time caregiver to 2 individuals who are high-functioning special needs. And one of them happens to be a young lady who is Caucasian. And she's been with me for 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So the word of advice then, just briefly, for just not having it all, because I'm trying to break away from that, but managing.
Absolutely. It's balance. And what balance looks like for you may be very different from me, right? So if you think about the circus and how the man used to go from one pillar to the other to manage all of the plates, it's a matter of figuring it out and what works for you.
Yeah. But everybody is a beach body is the bottom line, right? Okay. And do not try to challenge it. You have not seen the comments. She will come for you politely and delicately so.
And
but you are a true defender of body positivity. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, this conversation is going to continue because you are sticking around. But up next, you are going to meet content creator and pro-aging expert, Kendra Lendsey. And she did struggle with body image until she was in her 30s, but not anymore, honey. This fly auntie wears what she wants, where she wants, and says, listen, you should too. Your fly auntie joins the conversation when we return. Hey there, Portia here. Listen, that was a good conversation, wasn't it? Want to see the rest of it? Just go to portiashow.com, scroll down until you see that particular episode. But listen, before you scroll on out of here, I need you to do me a favor, please. Like, comment, let us know what you thought of that episode, and subscribe. And if you already are a subscriber, we sure appreciate you. In the meantime, we'll be sure to see you on the next episode of Portia, and you can catch us weeknights on Fox Soul as well. Tell your friends. Tell them to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.